Hello everyone, and welcome to Reports Part 5. In this video, you will learn how crosstabs can be used to easily view complex information, and you will also learn how to create a crosstab in the Report Builder. Let's move on to our practical example. Joe is finally done with his birthday report, and today he's going to create a whole new report. He wants to look at some of Antarctica's resources and their qualifications by viewing their resource record items. Joe's thinking about what kind of crosstab he wants to build. He wants to look at specific resources, their resource record items, and the date those items expire on. He wants to view all this information in one organized table. This can all be done with a crosstab. Alright, here we are in the MINT Web Assistant. We're going to head over to Reports and create a new report. Alright, here we are in the new report, and we're going to head over to Query and select Resource Record Items as our object. For this query, we're going to want to look at the resource name, and we're also going to want to look at the record item name. We're going to make a condition, and we're going to only look at the resources in the location Antarctica. There we go. All right, now let's head over to Design. The first thing you're going to want to do when you hit Design is head over to the outline, right-click on Summary, and make it visible. Now, Summary is the only section in which you can actually have a crosstab. See, if we try to drag a crosstab over to Details, it won't let us. So we're just going to open up the Summary. I'm going to drag the crosstabs to fit the section, and then we'll double-click on crosstabs to edit it. All right, the next step here is to think about what you want to view in crosstabs. So what you want your crosstab to look like. For rows, that's what you're going to see on the left, and then vertically. And then columns are on the top. And then measures are the detail cells within. So first, we're going to create a row. For this example, we're going to make the row the name of the resource. So that's the expression that I selected. Then we're going to go down to the text box of the row, which is what you'll actually see when you click Execute Report. So for the expression, we're going to select row group 1 so that it will show the resource name. We're going to do a similar thing for columns. Select record items instead. And then we'll go down to the text box, and it will show column group 1. We're going to add a measure. Now this is where you'll do your calculation. For this one, we're not doing any actual calculation, and then our measure we're going to select is X. What this will do is in every box where the box lines up with the resource and the record item, there's going to be an X if that resource has taken that record item or has that qualification. So now the detail cell is the next aspect of this, and that's where you'll find the text box for the measure. This is what will actually show up in the crosstab. So what we're going to do is select measure 1. And now we're going to execute the report. All right, this is what we look like. Like I said, it shows that Barbara has taken simulator 1 and 2, but not 3, and so on. A little bit of customization you can do with this is we can see that this text box here in rows is too small for me to see the last name. So we can go back over here to Design, and then you'll select row group 1 and change the header width. Change it to 100. That fixes that problem. Another thing you can customize is the detail cells here. So this X is all the way on the right. Maybe I want to see it in the middle. Maybe that would be easier for someone to see who's just glancing at it. So we'll go to the detail cell, the measure text box, and we will align it to the center. Remember that the measure is where you say what you want to measure, the data, and then the detail cell is where the measure actually shows up on the crosstab. So there we go. That's the bit of customization. The last thing I'm going to show you is how instead of an X, you can see anything you want here, really. For our purposes, we're going to do the example of an expiration date. So instead of just showing that say Barbara Johnson has taken simulation 1, it will show when her simulation 1 qualification expires. So what we do for that is we will go back to the query and add another property. What that property is going to be is the expiration date. There we go. We'll go back to design and we will change the measure. Instead of X, we'll select expiration date and then execute the report. It comes over here and that looks pretty good, except that you can see that some of these text boxes are trying to print the time as well. So we can fix that by coming down to the details and then we will select the pattern. We're going to do month, month, and then remember that the capital M is month and the lowercase m is minute, day, day, year, year. Okay? And there's that. You can put anything you want in the cells. This is just one example of how you can customize your crosstab to view a lot of information at once. As always, you'll select OK or Apply to save it within MINT, or use the Save As function to save it to your computer. This has been Reports Part 5. Thanks for watching.